What's the consensus about this marbles?
The consensus is that the red bin will have more alien marbles in it because the first round trip guaranteed 100% of blue marbles go into it.
What does this have to do with being a CIO? Do you know yet?
No, I don't think I do yet. Just thinking through a problem, I suppose.
You're making the best decision you can without knowing absolutely what the outcome is. You're just using the probabilities that you have available to you.
You can make an educated guess, and that's really what we do every day, all day long. It's what it feels like to me. You take the information you're given and you do what you can with it.
Pencils down, pencils down. And you sort of gave me this mouth thing and you said, there's a trick. All right, because don't you hate it when professors, forgive me for I hate puzzles, and this is, these smart ass professors coming up, get out, color outside the box and get outside your own box, bow tie boy. I got a real job to do, right? And so this exercise that we just conducted in 3.5 minutes really is a microcosm of decision making under conditions of massive uncertainty. Decision making under conditions of massive uncertainty, which defines the IT leadership situation of having to jump the curve, of having to choose which technology to invest in. How many of you think that at the end of 3 round trips there are going to be more of the alien colored marbles in the red marble bin? Show of hands. Get it up there, right? How many of you think there are going to be more of the alien colored marbles in the blue marble bin? How many of you just don't care? Just don't care. Just don't care, right? So I'm sorry. The answer is, they're the same. This is such a nice group. This is such a nice group because I did this with the PhD candidates for the next PhD candidate at UC Berkeley, right? These are the people who are genetically engineered for math. And they didn't get it right, and they said, you rat bastard, that's not the question you asked. All right, that is not the question you asked. And I go, oh, yeah, right. And that is the first lesson from this cute little episode, all right, that I hope that you will take back to your respective places of employment, right? Is like the questions we ask about the future will bias the answers we get. I led you to believe that there were more of the alien colored marbles in the marble bin. And they're the same. People say, how can that be? How can it be? Most people in the technocratic West, particularly engineering and scientists, when they're presented with a problem, they tend to work the problem forward, right? They see the problem, they work the problem. So let's visualize our problem solving. We start out with those 20 marbles, right? We got 20 blue marbles in our hand. How certain are we of what's going on at that point? Totally, 100% certain. There is no ambiguity. Now, we take these marbles over, we now put there are 1,020s in there, we shake it up, we take in our right hand, and we've got 20 marbles in there. How certain are we of what's going on in that environment? We're not certain, right? You can't say the 20, the 20 red, and that's it. You can't say that. Now, those of us who think mathematically, perhaps you have some type of equation in there, but that's not the way normal human beings think, and that's definitely not the way the top of the house thinks, right? So you're sort of, what we call it, and there's a wonderful phrase, and this is why all the money I spent at Carnegie Mellon is worthwhile. When you can no longer see clearly the problem, the phrase you use is, you are out of cognitive bandwidth. You are out of cognitive bandwidth. So as you start that first round trip back, right, you got a little throb going in there, because you don't see what's going on there. Then you get there, you get it back there, you mix it up again. About midway through that second trip, midway through that second round trip, senior executive behaviors start kicking in. You start making crap up. Don't you? You can't see it there. You start making crap up and writing crap down because you can't lie without props, right? Then you get to that third thing. How many of you guessed at the answer? You weren't 100%. You wouldn't bet your children's life on that. I don't know. Blue. How bad can it be? Red. It's sort of like, it's a black or white. It's roulette, right? And so because let me tell you, because of what you do, IT leadership, because of all the uncertainty in our environment, because there are thousands of vendors and thousands of technologies and thousands of trajectories that we got to manage, on your best day, you will always be out of cognitive bandwidth.